Welcome to ISL Enabled Virtual Lab of CSIR.
Hi everyone,
I'm Utsuka.
I am Jigyasa and you are listening to India Asks Why,
a science podcast supported by India Bioscience,
where we do the research for you to get smarter.
Join us as India becomes more curious,
One question at a time. Last week, Jigyasa visited Utsuka's place. Utsuka took to show Jigyasa her photo album. In one picture, Utsuka and the mango tree in her backyard were roughly the same height. But in another, it had grown way taller. That made them wonder, why do trees not stop growing? And to learn more about trees, they talked to Dr. Vinita Gowda, a plant scientist from ISER Bhopal, about why different trees grow to different heights and ask her about her love for plants.
Jigyasa, come over here. I really want to show you my photo album. So, this is my picture next to our mango tree when we first moved into our home. And this right here is my picture next to the very same mango tree 4 years later. Notice any difference in me?
Yes, I notice you have grown taller by a foot. But look at the mango tree. It has grown so much taller. I wonder how trees just keep growing.
Yes, that's a great question. Before we talk about how trees grow, let's see what we mean when we say the tree grew.
Increase in the size of the tree.
Yes, an irreversible increase in the size is the tree's growth. And that includes
increase in the height, developing new branches, new leaves, fruits coming up, the widening of the tree trunk,
and the root extending downward and sideways. All this is growth.
Oh, but I really want to know how the mango tree grew taller than when you've barely grown a foot in the past few years.
Okay, so you want me to talk about the height aspect of growth. The mango tree has a region called meristematic region at its stem's tip.
What's meristem?
Well, for the mango tree to grow in height, it has to 1. Make more cells, 2. Turn them into specific kinds of cells, 3. Increase the cell size. All these 3 steps happen inside or closer to the meristematic region.
Okay, let's go one by one. How do they make more cells?
In trees or generally in plants, there is a small group of cells called meristematic cells in the meristematic region whose job is to keep dividing.
But who tells them to keep dividing, Utsuka?
Their DNA, Jigyasa, their DNA. It says, hey, you are meristematic cell. You need to keep dividing. Then there are different messengers, also known as chemicals, from neighboring cells of meristem, which say, keep making more cells. Sometimes these messengers come even from leaves, branches, and roots.
Cool.
The divided cells are not yet specialized, so the tree's next step is
turn the divided cells into specific kind of cells?
Yes. These divided cells, as they move out of the meristematic region, become cells of leaves, cells of the stem, and so on. Again, there are specific messengers and genes that tell cells what to become.
The third step is making the cells bigger, you said.
The third step happens parallel to the second. While cells are becoming specialized, they get bigger by drawing more water and making more cellular components.
So, going back to the first step, do meristematic cells keep making new cells?
Let's think. What do the dividing cells need?
Nutrients.
Right. Carbohydrates, minerals, water, and so on. And trees don't have access to these nutrient sources all the time, correct?
So, if they kept dividing, would they run out of resources to do anything else?
Exactly. So there are messengers to tell, oh, we're running out of resources. Let's not make more cells for some time. And then there are messengers which say, it's winter. There's no point in growing now.
Okay, so if growing is so much work, then why should trees keep growing in height?
Every tree species has a certain tree height as its identity. Mango trees grow in height to get to their resources. Like sunlight. Trees can't go to catch sunlight. They're anchored. So they
Grow! Hold on. Plants need resources to grow. But they need to grow to get to more resources.
Yes, so they calculate when to grow.
Like,
So trees can detect that their neighboring trees are shadowing them and tell their meristem, let's grow taller to catch more sunlight. Recently, plant researchers have found messengers that tell their meristems to stop growing in height when they think, we can never bypass this neighbor. Let's not waste precious resources trying to grow any taller.
oh wow, plants are very clever. But, Utsuka, even the tallest of the tallest tree has to stop growing in height at some stage, right?
Yes, water, as you know, is crucial for growth and photosynthesis. As a tree keeps growing taller,
It's harder for them to suck water to the top.
exactly. You are super smart, Jigyasa. So at some stage, all trees stop growing in height.
If all trees reach the same height, what would happen then?
I know the perfect person to answer this question. A scientist who studies the story of how plants came to be. Dr. Vinita Gowda, a plant evolutionary biologist.